For today's cup of coffee with Scream.
Cup of coffee.
No art.
No art. No art.
Not like what we showed on the previous cup. That was horrendous. My
I
God.
wish I could have sat through the whole thing.
Yeah, it had gotten to you as much as it had gotten to me.
That was
It was
heart-wrenching.
absurdity.
That was soul-crushing.
It's just absurdity.
For that to be in a beautiful architecture.
Yeah.
Beautiful piece of architecture.
For somebody to create that and then act like they're proud of it and that they had done something.
Yeah. It's like, congratulations. You made hairballs. You made dried out intestines.
Yeah, you
Stuffed and dried intestines. You made the inside, what goes inside the intestine.
Colon blockages. Oh my God.
Hairball.
The world as it is in this moment is just sort of...
Is it one big hairball?
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. There's so much stuff going on that it's just insane.
We got Haitians eating cats in Ohio.
And dogs. People have videos. And that you still
There's
have
evidence.
people that are gaslighting themselves, gaslighting others, because that they themselves are deceived. They're like, oh, well, this is just made up. Mm-hmm. And I think part of it is that they just cannot conceive it.
No.
And
it's just, this is brain breaking doesn't even come close to describing.
Now let's face it. Back in the days of Noah, we were told that was one of the signs to look for. Noah kept saying, hey, rain's coming, rain's coming, rain's coming. And everybody else was just going on about their merry way. Oh, he's crazy. What's happening now? You've got people warning about a variety of different calamities. Mm-hmm. And people are like, la, 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 I can't hear you until it hits. And also in the days of Lot, and there was any kind of perversion that you could imagine, stuff that we can't even fathom, and that's going on.
Yeah.
And that people are trying to normalize it. Good is being called evil. Evil is being called good. If we're not in the last days, we've missed a damn good chance of being there. Mm-hmm. And you were talking about the VMA awards.
Yes.
Because you had seen snippets of that. I did not. I avoid any of the pop culture stuff now.
Sabrina Carpenter kissed an alien. People are freaking out, apparently just now, the fact that E.T., which is, she played E.T., which is a over 10, 15-year-old song now.
Okay.
So, they're freaking out about the lyric, you could be the devil, or you could be an angel. You know, they're just now freaking out about that line when the whole thing was alien and she was levitating around and all that. It's just wildness. And multiple portals.
Yeah.
Multiple.
Well, and that's something that
like Katy Perry's thing was a portal.
We do have a lot of people that are
background
calling those things out nowadays.
Yeah.
That as far as the rituals that goes on during these different ceremonies and stuff like that, and supposedly performances.
I haven't seen everything, and as a matter of fact, I'm just now pulling some of that up.
But so a lot of it was alien themed. What did the alien look like?
He was blue, elongated head. The head sort of came to a point in a way in the back. It was like a bluish gray.
But I mean, it wasn't of the type of aliens that we're familiar with. Did it look reptilian? Did it look like one of the greys? Did it look like...
It looked more a line of the greys.
Okay.
And then Sabrina Carpenter kissed it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
To try to normalize that.
And I don't know if it's a male or female alien. I cannot tell. Either way, she kissed it.
Well, even as far as that, the androgyny and all these things that people used to understand that brains are being broken to the point that even basic knowledge has been brought into question.
I think it's a female alien.
Basic knowledge is being brought into question.
Yeah. I'll show you.
I don't know. I can't see it. He's showing me pictures. We can't show it.
You got your
them.
glasses?
It doesn't help explain to the peoples.
I was showing you so you could get a better understanding of it since you never saw it.
I'm getting you to describe it because you're the one that has watched it.
The astronaut dude is hugging and groping and, all upon the alien, and then Sabrina Carpenter sort of rips him away and starts doing the same thing on the alien.
But lots of portals, I don't know when CERN starts back up or whatever. On a true Earth thing, we've been going through these geomagnetic storms for days.
Yeah.
Had another one that happened. We're recording this on September the 14th of 2024. And Stefan Burns had talked about, had another huge, CME that may or may not be Earth directed.
Yeah.
And
loves it. Is it going to open a portal?
He's not saying anything like that. He's not saying that it won't. But as far as, with the planetary alignments and different things like that, I think we've got like a partial eclipse coming up.
Uh-huh.
It's interesting.
This has been an interesting time.
Uh-huh. There's a time like no other.
Mm-hmm.
And so potatoes. Yes, potatoes.
All hail the mighty Spud.
Yeah, we bought another 50-pound bag of potatoes the other day.
Yeah.
He said with that one kid that works there that has the really, really deep voice, because the normal brand, they didn't have those that day. We're not the only ones buying those 50-pound bags.
No, we are not.
And so,
but it's not like they keep a massive supply out there.
They don't. But they had the one, and I saw him, and I'm like, can I ask you a question? And I said, there's another brand that I've been getting. It's in a brown bag, and it's got some kind of chicken on it. And so I figure the reason that we like that and a potato, hopefully to God, is like a potato.
Uh-huh.
And because there are different types of potatoes. There's lots of different types of potatoes.
Yeah, because for a while we were getting the potatoes in the white bag.
Yeah. But this one was a different, but I mean, as far as russet potatoes, there's one that's called an arch potato, and that could be something. That's mountain speak. I don't know how that exactly is spelled. You've got like I said, the Idahos, the russets. You've got those red skin potatoes. I like those.
Mm-hmm.
All kinds of different. These are just the white potato, whatever they are. But as far as you can do lots and lots of things with potatoes, and to help ground during these geomagnetic storms.
Yeah.
Thus the higher consumption of the potatoes.
When are those copper-lined flip-flops coming out?
He actually, on his video today, said that not only is he, because I had asked him yesterday, because he has a grounding shoe, and I think it's got like a water buffalo hide sole on it.
Okay.
And then it's got the copper core. And I had asked him, it's like, any possibility of getting a flip-flop style shoe in? And he said that he wears those most of the time, too. There's some of us that just don't with certain shoes. Yeah. We just don't do well with them. And so today he had said that he's looking into getting the sandals. He called them a sandal style. And boots.
He's going to get boots, too.
Yeah.
I hope they look good.
I hope so. Well, the main thing is as far as the copper core, and I trust this young man. I do. Because he's not given me any reason to not trust him.
Right. He's not done anything shady.
No.
Condescending, none of that.
No.
He's just been a really cool guy, and I think that's how he is in general.
He's a Virgo. And then he gets really upset. He gets really upset about people misusing the science. which that's something that a lot of us have gotten upset about, people misusing the science.
Well, yeah, if you misuse the science, bad shit happens.
Yes. And it does lead to distrust.
Very much.
You know.
You got to have some integrity.
Yeah. And that is something that is in such short supply these days. But anyhow, he had...
Yep.
I think he said that the company that is producing the footwear is in Turkey. I think that's what he said.
Mm-hmm.
He had visited the factory. It's not a huge something, I'm sure, which is why, again, with supply and demand, if you order thousands of pairs of whatever, you can get them at a lower cost. So that's the reason that the shoes that he has currently, they were $144, which
is like, that's a whole pair of us. That's a whole pair of demonias.
It is for us, but as far as the grounding shoes that would help you, guide yourself through these geomagnetic storms, it would be worth the price.
Think you could do yard work in shoes and like those.
Well, I don't know that you would want to do something like that.
Or you could just take a hike in those shoes, and that would be wonderful.
Well, it's not that they're not designed for that. It's designed for just normal everyday wear. If you can't go barefoot someplace, which a lot of places you can't,
you need some sneakers.
And so that's the whole purpose of the grounding shoes. And he had tried other brands and stuff, and he wasn't happy with how they functioned.
Yeah.
So I will probably save up my monies so that I can get a pair of the grounding shoes.
Mm-hmm.
And I did did go back and look at some of his tea blends.
Yeah.
And
his tea blends are good.
He had one that had the ashwagandha and stuff. I'm a huge fan of ashwagandha.
What does ashwagandha do again?
It's an adaptogen. Basically, it helps whatever your body needs. It helps in that area.
Okay.
And also, it had hibiscus, and hibiscus is something that has been used to help reduce inflammation and cortisol. Cool. And some of us that have the chronic inflammation for various and sundry reasons, some of which are unknown.
Yeah, because they've hidden that information for decades.
Oh, it's amazing at how much has gone down the memory hole since internet started.
Mm-hmm. Looking at you, head honcho, big pharma dude.
Yeah. Well,
face of it.
Well,
give us that information.
A lot of different things that's going on right now, and it's just, it is so much, and it's so hard to keep up with everything, and it's really hard to not be discouraged. And it's the reason that we do the silliness also, is to try to point out the absurdity.
Yeah.
Because we're just taking everybody else with our process of trying to cope with this bullshit as we all go through it.
Mm-hmm.
We all bought a ticket to ride on this. Mm-hmm.
We all did.
We did.
Some form, some fashion. Did we? I don't know. The more that I think about that one dream, I'm like, did that actually happen up in the heavenly realm or whatever?
Did I chose to come down here?
Did I get taken into a room with a group of y'all? And they looked, and the person, whoever was in charge, looked at me and was like, "You need to be the goat," which meant I don't know what the fuck.
I don't know. Greatest of all time.
I don't think that's what they meant. I really don't. I don't think that's what they meant. I think they. Yeah.
I don't think that you're at a point to where you being a sacrificial goat would.
Oh no! I think somewhere in spiritual thing. I may not understand it in this realm, but yeah, possibly.
Well, anyhow. But
I don't think that's what I don't think sacrificial is the right term, though.
Well, I don't know. But within
Aliens.
The past few days, years, whatever it is, and internet is always, it's a realm unto itself. I've known that for a very long time.
Uh-huh.
You have the real world, the world of real, and then you have cyber. And I have, in the past, where I was living in cyber more than I was living in real.
Mm-hmm.
And it's interesting. That's my children are like, well, you don't know how the internet works. And I thought, I know a whole lot more than you think I know.
You know a lot. You know a lot.
I mean, it's very easy to lose yourself in there. Mm-hmm. And that's what's happening with a lot of people. And you can't, it is in some ways walking between worlds.
Yeah.
And you've got to have healthy boundaries. But it's also how polarized and how divided people are. And I've read lots about somebody unfriending somebody, or I can't talk to you anymore because you have this belief system and because that you think like this and this and that and the other. And it's like, people used to teach to sit there and go, okay, we won't discuss that. Let's talk about things that we have in common. Mm-hmm. But that doesn't happen as much anymore. I mean, it's the polarity is huge.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's just, and that's part of the planetary alignments. And it's just the time we're in. But we're listening to Mudahar, and there's always been really, really dark corners. And because there are people that are on the fringes of society for a variety of reasons. Mm-hmm. And there are people out there that are freakish.
Oh, God.
And just because somebody I am going to go there, but for a different reason. Just because someone is freakish does not mean that they have done something criminal.
Exactly.
It doesn't mean that they will do something criminal. And we're seeing on some of these things almost like witch hunts with some of the online detectives. I saw somebody that may have looked like somebody that may have seen somebody. Mm-hmm. That's dangerous.
I mean, literally, there is no solid foundation to what they are saying. Can I just go ahead and say what we're...
No, because I don't want to go down that rabbit hole. I really, really don't. Because we're seeing the witch hunts occur not just in freakish people, but we're seeing that as far as just regular, average, everyday humans.
Yeah.
People claiming, oh, you're one of them. You believe this. And it's horrifying.
It's
nothing good ever comes from that type of thing.
No.
Now, we do have people, they ain't like us. But, and it's like, if you want to come here, when in Rome, do as the Romans do. When you go into somebody else's country,
I mean, yeah,
you're expected to do what they... And Japan, God love them.
I'm surprised how we got off of here, but...
The tourist industry, because it's called just diversion technique is what it's called. That they have had some of these tourists that have gone over there. And these people don't know how to act. They don't know how to respect their culture.
No.
And it's wrong.
Yeah.
And that is one of the bad things about the internet is that instead of these people wanting to go and see the beauty of these different countries and experience their culture, they're going over there and making asses of themselves for views and clicks.
Yeah. Yeah, for real. They're full on. Like, police are... Have you seen some of those arrests due to some of those, like, real-life streamers?
It wouldn't... Like I said, I think that Singapore was the place that they still had the practice of caning.
There was this one place that full-on had, like... live streamer dude got arrested immediately after, but he was pepper spraying and verbally assaulting people.
Well, it's like this. Every country has laws. Mm-hmm. And the thing in Singapore, and this was many years ago, but it made a vast impression on me that you had this teenager from America that went over there. And Singapore used to have it as far as it was illegal. Chewing gum was illegal, basically out in public or something, to prevent people from making a mess with it. like putting it on the sidewalks or places like that, because some people are just
Nasty.
they act like they was raised in a damn barn.
Yeah.
And so this young man had keyed somebody's car, which meant that he had scratched it down the side with a key, and had been arrested. And the punishment for that, I think that it was possibly incarceration in addition to the practice of caning.
Oh.
Which means that they have a cane, and I don't know whether it was a cane pole, may or may not. It was sort of like the shenanigans that we had as far as practice swords.
Just a big old stick.
It was a big ass stick, and they busted his ass.
Yeah.
And maybe if his parents had done something similar, he wouldn't have gone over there and acted like that.
Yeah. I mean, literally, you want to go into a country, you respect their traditions, you respect their laws.
Yeah. And it's like, for people in America right now, and it's like, y'all please pray for us.
Yes.
And I mean, that's most places right now that needs prayer. Because the stuff that's going on is horrifying.
Yeah. It's constant prayer right now.
Yes.
Because...
Yes. But as far as some of the people, God, it's like I saw a video the other day that this person and some of these people are just getting brazen, because everybody else, it's like, oh, you just got to accept this. You've got to change your way of life and everything to accommodate this person. No, I don't. No, I don't. I do not have to do that.
No, that is your free will.
But this person had gone out in public in a furry costume and had scared the shit out of this small child. I mean, just the fact that this is a small child reaction. Because you've got somebody in an ice cream shop or whatever in a furry costume.
Yeah.
That's the least. I mean, I have seen horrific things over the past few weeks. Things I never wanted to know. No.
I mean, just a furry not doing anything obscene.
Oh, I've seen much worse than the furries.
Yeah.
Much worse.
Yeah. At least they weren't... Listen, they may be into some weird stuff as long as they're not doing anything obscene, illegal.
Right.
Doing anything to disrupt.
Yeah.
Cause harm, anything, as long as they're being a regular person just dressed up as
That's not a regular person. That is a person who is having some severe problems.
Yeah.
And but that was like the other thing was somebody having severe problems. This is somebody that cannot function in normal society.
No.
And you have to identify that there is a problem. Don't sit there and, because people, that's what they're doing right now. Oh, there's no problem. Yes, there's a problem. To try to help that person work through to where they can feel comfortable enough to go and be part of society.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
it's like, I get it. But those costumes are hot as hell. And it's like for them to feel that they have to go out looking like an anime character because they're not comfortable enough as they are to just go out and be as they are. Again, it's this make-believe. They're perpetual make-believe. That's not healthy.
No. Yeah.
But no, as far as them doing anything wrong, I don't think they are. I think there's a lot of them that are really kind, extremely introverted and shy people that they have a problem just navigating the world.
Yeah. I've known some furries.
Yeah.
They've actually been really cool people.
Yeah.
We're into weird shit, but it was nothing bad, horrendous. They were just really shy, kind of awkward people.
Yeah, I get it. And then there's some of the other ones that are not.
Yeah, there are some that are just the perverts and the deviants and shit like that.
But it's like, just because somebody sees somebody that is a pervert online does not give them the right to do, citizens arrest and stalking and stuff. There are laws against that. It's called stalking.
Yeah.
And if you suspect somebody of something, you're supposed to let law enforcement know.
Yes, but this one in specific, he's really creepy.
He is creepy.
I think that is the catalyst, is just looks alone.
Right. Well, and there were other things, but that is still for law enforcement to deal with. And I think this person was in a different nation. Different places have different laws. It doesn't matter whether you like them or not. If you're not living there, you don't have a say in their government.
Mm-hmm.
You know? But they did not say that he was doing anything illegal.
Right. They had no solid evidence that he was actually doing anything that warranted law enforcement.
Right. And as far as these people stalking who they thought he might be, it's like, oh, he didn't have the makeup on. He didn't have this. It may have been a totally different dude.
Literally. I mean, there are people with similar faces.
Sure. And so then what
God bless some of
happens
them.
is they end up breaking the law by stalking and harassing just random dude.
Yeah. I mean, they're full out trying to dox dude.
Yeah. It's illegal.
I mean, he dresses creepy and looks creepy.
Yeah.
But what actually, like, he's a freak, okay? What illegal thing has he actually legitimately done? Solid foundation proof that you have.
And there was none.
Yeah.
Not today. There was none. But it's like this pitchforks and torches mentality towards a lot of different groups, and it's like,
we've seen this.
God help us, because this is an implosion.
We've seen this shit before, though. It has happened in years past. Just for some reason now, it's hitting different to the point that it's like, maybe there's an issue with this witch hunting type thing.
But people apparently do not learn from the past. That is this weirdness within humanity.
I mean, it's right there
Yeah.
for everyone to see. These same people pull up shit from 15, 20 years ago on people that had a hair in their lipstick.
I mean, on some of this
it.
stuff, let he who is without sin cast the first stone.
Yeah.
It is our personal journey. Nobody is perfect. Mm-hmm. And a lot of times these people wouldn't want everything that has been dragged out of their past.
Case in point. Yeah. That's exactly it. It's like, dude, stop it.
Right. Give other people some grace, some forgiveness, some compassion, some room to fucking grow and change. Because as we grow as individuals, we can see, oh, I no longer think that way. I have more evidence now. I have gathered research. This is how I am, this is why I'm making my decisions and have my beliefs as I do today.
Uh-huh.
It's insane. We truly are in a time of global madness.
Mm-hmm. And think, people are escaping this reality by going into the digital realm.
Yeah.
Which just causes, it just compounds the issue.
Sure it does, because it is still, when you come out of it, when the electricity goes off and there is no more cyber realm to hide in, then what?
Right.
And it's a matter of Carl Jung. It was a matter of exploring the shadow self, learning who that is, making changes informed changes. It's just interesting.
Mm-hmm.
And I still wonder if there is a correlation between the geomagnetic storms, the phi angle, and human behavior, if it becomes more erratic during that period of time. I didn't get an answer. I didn't get an answer from Stefan. I've been asking that question for 11 years.
I mean, it certainly seems like people are getting more erratic. But
yes, but I don't know that there's a correlation with the phi angle.
There may not be.
Yeah. Yeah.
We don't know. This just may be human nature taking its course when you add internet on top of that.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
It's
the
just
human
more...
experiment.
Yeah. I mean, this is similar shit that people have done in the past.
Well,
it's just on such widespread scale
right.
now because it is so easily accessible.
That is it. And it's like, is this the modern Tower of Babel?
Yeah.
I do wonder that.
Like, the internet very much could be a form, along with other things.
Mm-hmm.
Tower of Babel.
Yeah. Interesting stuff. But we have potatoes.
Ground yourself. All hail the mighty spud.
The freaks figure out. I mean, some of them just...
Maybe that's what's wrong with some of them. Maybe they don't eat their vegetables. Maybe they
very well
don't
could
eat
be.
any grounding potatoes.
They're low on potatoes. They're low on potatoes.
And you know, there are people that are be like, what's a grounding potato?
Anything that grows in the ground, as far as a root vegetables, can help you ground yourself, which helps draw the negativity out of you through magnetism. That's what it's designed to do.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't just keep us from floating off into space. It's there to assist us.
Yeah.
But we have become so... How many times have you heard, oh, don't do that, that's dirty. It washes off.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know? And it's like, as far as your potatoes, you don't have to peel them. You can take a scrubby pad and scrub the dirt off of them, and the peel has wonderful nutrients in it.
Mm-hmm. But then again, there are people on Etsy that are people are buying dirt from Etsy. It's some type of edible dirt, and they're eating it.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Well, I've heard of people doing that. There was a lady on Johnny Carson years ago. It could be, but I think that when people were still tilling the soil, planting their own vegetables, they had farms, they raised food, and it included animals and different things like that. There's a school of thought that there are beneficial microbes in the soil that we need, and where we have gotten away from that, just like we have separated ourselves from the realm of spirit, and that's why people are so fragmented.
Yeah.
We're out of balance in every conceivable way.
Mm-hmm. Completely on our heads.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So get you some potatoes.
All hail the mighty spud.
And onions. And there's all kinds of things. The rutabagas, parsnips for those who like them.
Rutabaga bake and bake.
Yeah, the rutabagas. That's good. That didn't last but a day or two. Everybody ate that up.
It's delicious.
Yeah.
It's the best dish. I think that just needs to be served. No
Turnips.
Joke. ADHD food. As far as ADHD food obsession, I could eat that day in, day out, and not get tired of it for a hot minute.
But it's also very labor intensive.
It is.
But onions, different things like that. Turnips. I need to fix this big pot of turnips.
Mm-hmm.
With some cornbread. Mm-hmm. Good stuff. Final thoughts, kid.
Rutabaga bake and bake. Rutabaga bake and bake, man.
I'll put a link to Stefan's video from
today.
How
would you abbreviate that? Rutabaga bake and bake. How would you abbreviate
RBB.
that? RBB?
Uh-huh.
RBB.
Rutabaga is just one of those words that's fun to say.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Rutabaga. I remember, what was Johnny Boy from Ed, and Eddie being like, what the heck is a rutabaga?
I was like that until a few years ago, and then it's like there's one store in the area that will keep the rutabagas stocked. Some of the other ones will not. I don't know why.
Because nobody else knows what to do with them. That's why.
It's possible. They're actually quite versatile.
Yeah.
I found that out.
They're a great potato substitute.
Mm-hmm. They actually are.
Diabetes friendly.
Yeah. Yeah, they are. The potatoes are not. I have to take extra insulin. Anyhow, if you've had experiences with paranormal or supernatural, everybody is having experiences with the paranormal and supernatural right now. Some of them just don't recognize it, and they want to
this
deny
whole
it.
thing is a spiritual war.
Absolutely, it's a spiritual war, unlike anything this world has ever seen before. If you've, as far as aliens, cryptids, the Bigfoots, the tinfoil hats.
Did y'all watch the VMAs? What did you notice at the VMAs that was weird?
Yeah. It's all weird.
There was that one girl in the crowd that just had this creepy smile. It was like an evil, sinister smile.
Yeah.
But that's also because the sequel to Smile is coming out soon.
Oh, okay.
So they did that last time for promotion.
A lot of times you don't know what's real and what's not anymore.
Right.
Pray for discernment. But put that in the comment section. Yes, I am still way, way, way behind on my emails. I am so sorry. Email address is cupofcoffeewithscream@gmail.com. At some point, if the geomagnetic storms would just chill out for a minute, but that may not happen for months. But for some of us, it causes headache, extreme fatigue, even with the potatoes. It's worse if you don't eat the potatoes.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, a little grace, please.
Yes. Check her out on BitChute, Rumble, YouTube. Also check her out on X, previously known as Twitter, Werlenda, COCWS. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm over there. I'm pretty active.
Yeah.
Most days. Know that you are loved. Treat other people the way that you would like to be treated. Mm-hmm. And Lord willing, we'll see you on the next cut.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.